20th of October, 700,000 people marched in London demanding a people's vote. Among them were a coachload of Bristol students who enjoyed an early start to attend the protest, in part thanks to the NUS, who put forward £20,000 to facilitate free coaches for students across the country. And as ever, UBTV were there to cover the action.
I never got a chance to vote in the first place, and the way Brexit's been negotiated is an absolute shambles. It could spell the end of the United Kingdom, and the economic consequences are just dire no matter what the outcome, so that's why I'm marching today. Universities are enriched by international students, and especially from Europe, and I think that could be severely limited in the wake of Brexit.
I'm here today essentially to say, with all these other students from Bristol and all around the country, it's our future. We don't want this. Please don't force this on us. And we don't live in little sort of kingdoms, all sort of closed off by walls and castles. We live in a completely interconnected world. The idea that you will have 100% of your sovereignty means you will never trade with anyone.
I am here bringing a group of Bristol students to come and show our support for a people's vote, because we deserve to have a say on the final Brexit deal. People voted not knowing what the consequences would be. People voted for valid reasons, but now we know that there is not going to be a deal. There's not going to be a good deal for young people in particular. There's not going to be a good deal for minorities, and it's up to us now to change the future of our country and of the UK as a whole.
Essentially our role today has been working with 100 student unions across universities and colleges, youth-led organisations, people like the British Youth Council, as well as UK youth and other youth-led organisations, to get as many young people and students essentially to the march today, and hopefully we've been successful. I think frankly it's about our futures, right? So Brexit and the consequences of it will hit young people the hardest for the longest. We are absolutely clear that the overwhelming majority of young people voted Remain, the overwhelming majority of young people want a people's vote, and actually for the Brexit elite, people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, Boris Johnson, we think it's really important that they listen to young people's voices in what is the most seminal debate in British politics for our generation.
We even caught up with Alistair Campbell to hear his views.
There were so many young people who were 16 and 17 2.5 years ago didn't have a vote. We're 2.5 years in. It's not just that the will of the people is changing, the electorate is changing. I don't think there's a single person, Leave or Remain, who, if you'd said on June the 22nd, 2016, what is happening now is what Brexit is going to mean. I mean, nobody would have voted for that.
In the end, the original estimate of 100,000 people was exceeded 7 times over. The strong turnout from students clearly demonstrates the level of concern amongst young people about the direction of negotiations. And whilst the PM continues to rule out a people's vote, the publicity this movement has created is bound to turn a few heads in Westminster. Thanks for watching.